Hi guys, we are doing more of packet 1-2, that's fluently divide whole numbers and decimals. We are going to work on problems 8, 12, 15, 28, and 29 today. Okay, so problem number 8, I'm going to scooch it up, it is right here, so we're going to start with that. Number 8. We have divide, write remainders as decimals, okay? So we are going to no longer have a remainder in a number. We're going to change those to decimals, okay? So my first problem is 139 divided by 4, okay? I need to remember my steps. We divide, we multiply, we subtract, and then we bring down. If you prefer to write the symbols because it helps you, then write the symbols, okay? 4 goes into 1. Can't do it, okay? 4 goes into 13. Yes, it can go into 13. Maybe you're not sure how many times though. You can pull out your multiplication table. You go down your 4 column until you get to the number that is closest to but doesn't go over 13. And I find 12 because 16 is too high, so 12. And then when you follow it over, you know that 4 goes into 13 3 times. Okay? I write my 3 above this 3. 3 times 4 is 12. Then I subtract. 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Now I bring down my 9. 4 goes into 19. If you're not sure how many times, grab your multiplication table, go down your 4 column until you get to a number close but not going over 19. Well, 20 is too far, so I have to go back up. So 16. 4 goes into 19 4 times. 4 times 4 is 16. Subtract. 9 minus 6 is 3. Okay? When we now divide again, okay, 4 goes into 3. I can't do it. So I need to make a 0 here. And I bring down my 0. Okay. 4 goes into 30 how many times? 1 second. I need to check my other paper to make sure I did something how I was supposed to. Sorry, you guys. Okay, so then 4 goes into 30 how many times? I'm not sure. So I look at my chart. 4 goes into 30 right there, 7 times. I have to put my decimal, 7. Okay, 7 times 4 is 28. Subtract. 30 minus 28 is 2. Okay, 4 can't go into 2, so I need to bring down 1 more 0. 4 goes into 20 how many times? Oops, sorry, you can't see it. 4 goes into 20 5 times exactly. 4 times 5 is 20, and you're left with 0. 34.75. Okay? So that's how we continue to divide until we get a 0 here by adding these end zeros. Okay? So now let's try number 12. Number 12. divide, annex zeros if needed to write remainder as decimal. Okay, so we have 5.3 divided by 0.2. First thing I need to do is take care of this. I do not want to divide by decimal 2. So I shift over once. If I shift this one time, I have to shift this one time. And then I draw my line straight up and place my decimal, because in my answer, that's where my decimal goes. Okay? So now I have 2 out front. Because I moved this here, I have 2 out front. Okay? So 2 goes into 5, so 2, 4. Okay? So it goes in there twice. 2 times 2 is 4, and I subtract, and I have 1. I bring my 3 down. 2 goes into 13. Well, if I count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, I've done that 6 times. Okay? 6 times 2 is 12. I subtract. I have 1. Alright? I still have 1 down here, so I need to keep going. So I put a 0 and bring it down. 2 goes into 10 5 times. 5 times 2 is 10. When I subtract, I get 0. That's how I know I'm done. So when you're on that dividing stage, when you're saying, how many times does 2 go into 10? Don't forget that you can pull out this. You can go down the 2 column until you find 10 or something close, slide over, and it'll tell you. Okay? So now let's switch. I'm going to I'm going to write my answers on there. 34.75, and we have 26.5. Now we do number 15. Okay? So we have 4 goes into 35 8 times. 8 times 4 is 32. When we subtract 35 and 32, we get 3. Now we bring down our 0. 4 goes into 30 7 times. 7 times 4 is 28. 30 minus 28 is 2. So we have to keep going. We have to bring another 0 down. 4 goes into 20 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. So when we subtract, we get 0. Okay? These box ones are sometimes tricky. Let's slide up to 28. I'm going to fold my paper so we only see those parts. 28 is, just one sec, guys. Alright, you guys, sorry, I just had somebody come to the door, so I got a little distracted. So here, we are working on number 28. Okay? So we have 6.4 divided by 0.8. Okay? Remember that I do not like dividing by decimals, so I'm going to shift my decimal once to get it in front on this side of the 8, so it's just 8. So I have to shift this guy once and bring it straight up. Okay? So now you don't have to rewrite this, but if it helps you to visualize it better, you can rewrite it. 8 without the decimals here, and just your decimal in your answer. So 64 divided by 8. Well, 64 divided by 8, I'm not sure. 8s are kind of tough for me. So I'm going to use my multiplication chart. I'm going to go down. I'm going to look for a number close to 64. I found 64, so even better. And then, if I go straight over, I know it went in 8 times. So 8 goes into 64 8 times. 8 times 8 is 64, so when I subtract it, I get 0. That's it. That's all you have to do. This 0 tells us we're done. We don't have any more to divide. Okay? So the answer to this one is 8. Easy as that. 29. I have 0 decimal. 2430 decimal 6. Okay? I want to get rid of this decimal. Shift it over. Did it once. Get rid of this decimal. Shift it over. Go straight up. Okay? So now I have 6. Does 6 go into 2? Nope. Doesn't. Does 6 go into 24? Yes, but I'm not sure how many times. So I go down my 6 column till I find, oh, there's 24. Oh, goes in 4 times. 6 goes into 24 4 times. I put it above this 4 because I'm talking about the number 24. So it goes here. 4 times 6 is 24. So I subtract and I get 0. Now I bring down my 3. Does 6 go into 3? No, I can't do that. I have to put a 0 here because I couldn't do anything when I divided. So 0 times 6 is 0. Subtract, I get 3. Now I can bring my next 0 down. Here we go. 6 can go into 30. How many times? Oh shoot, I'm not sure. So I look at my multiplication chart. 6 goes into 30. Here it is. Follow it over 5 times. So I put my 5 here. 5 times 6 is 30. Subtract it. Get 0. This tells us we're done. This is our answer. So we have decimal 405. Alright, you guys, I hope that helped.